What's happening there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We have a trailer for a movie I am very much looking forward to. It is called Talk to Me. It is from the studio A24, but more importantly, it is from Danny and Michael Philippou, who you might know better as RackaRacka. We used to react to so many of their videos. I am very, very happy for these guys. Their short films were hilarious. They show they know how to do violence and horror. And for them to be doing a movie being distributed by A24, who just won like all the Oscars, that is nuts. Massive congratulations to them because that is inspiring. Very, very inspiring. Guys, please go ahead, leave a like, and let's see what this trailer is all about because they are living the dream right now. That is amazing.
Have you seen the group chat? They're doing it again tonight.
No.
Please. It's my mom's Remembrance Day. I just want to forget about it.
Ooh. Early.
I'll do it.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
What?
Is this like Flatliners or something?
Light the candle to open the door. Blow it out to close it. Put your hand on it.
Okay.
Now say, talk to me.
Talk to me.
Whoa.
What did the hand feel like?
Felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side.
Ha.
Oh, wow.
My mom, she was trying to reach out.
Are you sure?
I'm here.
No.
Still been seeing stuff.
Damn, I got nipple chills.
What if we opened the door but we didn't shut it?
That's the question.
Oh my god, they followed us. I like it. They're not gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
Kangaroo.
Whoa.
They like you.
Cool. Oh man. Kudos.
Well
That's
done, boys.
That's awesome. This feels like if Blumhouse and A24 made a movie together.
Sure, yeah.
It's got that vibe because normally when I think of like an A24 horror movie, I imagine something that leans a lot more into almost abstract kind of horror, you know, where this is very much like punchy horror, which is cool because yeah, I sort of liken this journey that's going on with how Jordan Peele did Get Out, or someone you know from doing a lot more of these like comedy sketches that had those touches of action and horror in them. They do their first feature film where I remembered the first time I ever went to WonderCon, I got to meet them and I did ask like what kind of movies they're really into. And they said that the kind of movies they're more into are actually like heavy dramas. So it doesn't surprise me that to see the trailer for this film, which looks like a blast. This looks like an awesome demonic supernatural horror film, leaning into a lot more of that type of psychological trauma, and that being the motivator, what segues us into what I imagine is going to be like a bonkers, very gory horror film, if knowing what their work on YouTube was. I'm excited for it. I think this looks really cool, and the fact that they get to show off their visual panache.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's very exciting, and I mean, like you said at the top, they're living the dream. And this, to me, feels like, you know, if this was a Blumhouse joint, I feel like the trailer would be throwing more of the exploitable elements at you. And what I like about this is that this has that A24 thing where it's like, oh, it's the dread and it's the psychological aspect of it. But this is one of those trailers where you can, I mean, I'm making an inference, but you can also kind of tell that this will probably go as bonkers as you think it will go and bring some of that Evil Dead style, like gleeful, knife twisty grit along with all the bone chilling and the, more character-oriented horror. So, like, I like that they're keeping that stuff kind of at bay, or at least it would seem, because you just get the sense, or I get the sense from this trailer that, yeah, something is waiting to pop off. And it is like a familiar, I mean, even just the hand invokes the monkey's paw, be careful what you wish for. And yeah, it's got like a nice familiar setup, but it also looks like something that will kind of branch into its own unique and character, probably character-oriented, character-driven kind of anguish and mania and all sorts of other things. You see so much, especially Sam Raimi and other things in their style, but I'm really excited to see, like, A24 picking this up suggests that, yeah, like, this is also a film as much as it will be like a funhouse ride. And that really excites me because, like the RackaRacka stuff on YouTube is wild and bombastic and chaotic, but now they get to show how they would sustain a tone over an hour and a half or so. And, that takes chops. It's a big jump. It's like you can be really good at short form and still struggle in long form, but I've heard great things about this from the few times it screened so far. So I could not be more excited. This just shot up to one of my most anticipated this year.
Well, you can feel like the inspirations, you could just sort of imagine them on set being like, this is our Sam Raimi shot. This is our Gore Verbinski shot.
Yeah.
This right here is our James Wan shot. This is our Jordan Peele shot. You can see so much of the inspirations. And when you look at what their channel was, especially with doing the sketches, that was already what they were doing, was taking inspiration and applying it and often doing it in a satirical way, doing it in a spoof way. Here to take it in a way that really takes it a much more serious direction. I think it's really cool because a lot of, especially the lighting choices, do remind me of like the Gore Verbinski horror films or the James Wan horror films. Yet there's a lot of these like punches and the way they decide to use a lot of their tracking and moving shots that remind me a little bit more of like Sam Raimi. I think this is going to be, I don't know. To me, I'm already inspired, even though I haven't even seen it. I don't even know if I'm going to like this movie, but I think it's really cool that, when you got this A24 horror film, that the critics that they're quoting here are the ones from the hardcore horror community. Weirdly enough, I don't really think of them when I think of an A24 horror movie. But they're citing them for all the quotations. And so I think this movie will be that movie that is really fun, but also surprisingly more nuanced. And I'm excited for people to see that side of them, especially knowing what their bigger kind of inspirational factors are. I feel like they'll also be littered with a bunch of Easter eggs. And yeah, I like the whole touch of the, of the, how you were liking it's like a monkey's paw. It's like a combination of like a monkey's paw and a Ouija board.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything that gets you into the, the, what's it called in Insidious? I constantly forget what it's called.
Further.
Yeah.
Into the
gets you
astral
further.
plane. Yeah. Into the spirit realm.
And did they shoot this in Australia?
It sure feels like it, and that's another thing too that's kind of nice, is it does feel a bit like an Aussie teen drama or something like that then crashes into some kind of horror thing. Just even all these friends hanging out and stuff like that. There's some kind of lived-in feeling. You can feel sort of the air in the room, and I would imagine, I don't know, like all sorts of circumstances compile for your first feature, but especially being from there, I would imagine it would be pretty special to make the movie there, and also you've got so much production value just by being in Australia even at all.
Funny enough, I see some Lee Wanell inspiration too.
Yeah, 100%. Like definitely, this is coming past sort of the new Splat Pack. It's like you have these the recent titans of horror now inspiring stuff like this. And two, I mean, I'm curious to see how their internet chops will come in, because one of the great things about so many of their YouTube sketches is you constantly sit there going, wow, this is nuts. And also, like, whatever effects there are look so much better than this medium, usually allows for. And so now to see them working with pro-grade equipment and crew and all that stuff, I can't wait to see what tricks and things they're able to pull and dazzle us with that way, because they're usually great at making something look real on a shoestring,
Very true, very true. All right, guys. Well, what did you think about this trailer? Please go ahead, leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, leave a like. Tell us your thoughts on what you think about RackaRacka's journey. But let's end this with a Maria Hammond.
Maria.
I have an unboxing video that's going up, and speaking of demonic horror.
Wow.
she got me this Doctor Strange collectible, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know who, I think these are just generic demons meant to enhance this imagery of sorcery. But I felt like, you know, this might not be the kind of movie that you're going to go ahead and watch. But I felt like shouting out a demonic Doctor Strange collectible is perfect for this video, considering what goes on here. So, Maria, I want to thank you for constantly spoiling us and for constantly showering us with all kinds of emotional love and support all the time. You are an absolute gem, and you are near and dear to my heart, especially. I love the hell out of you, and I want you to know this is going to remain in the background for a very, very, very long time, probably permanently. Much love, my dear. Thank you.